Today we got with us Bob Hastings, and we're going to talk about the 5 things to get you the most for your listing.
Good morning, Carson. Thanks for having me today. Really appreciate it. So this morning, for those of you who are looking to potentially sell your property, we would like to share some of the highest priority items that can help you to net the most from your listing. And the first thing we want to talk about is pricing your home right. In this ever-changing market, it's really important for you to trust a real estate professional to price your home right. And that means doing a comp analysis on both the current comps that are on the market from an active perspective and from a recently closed perspective. Now that the marketing is evening out with more inventory coming into the market, it's really important to remember to price your home correctly. If you overprice your home, people may just pass over your listing and not come and even see it. If you underprice your home, you're not going to achieve exactly what you want to from what you net on the sale of your home.
One of the big things that I've seen that you should do to your house is stage the property. When I first started remodeling houses, I thought the house looked great on its own because the house was just remodeled. But most people can't imagine what the house looks like until the house has furniture, the rooms are set up, where it brings vision to people's mind, and then they start falling in love with the house. So they see that in the pictures, and then they go see the house, and then they actually see the furniture and how it's set up there, and you end up making a lot more money. Sometimes I've seen a 10x or more return on staging the property.
So next we'd like to talk about what are some of the things that you as a seller can do to get your house ready for listings. There's many different things that you can do to make sure that the first impression of any potential buyer is a positive one. So the first thing we want to talk about is the outside of your house, the curb appeal of your house. When a buyer, potential buyer, drives up to your home, in the first 30 seconds, they actually make a determination on whether they like your house or not. So there are things like how your home looks from a landscaping perspective. Maybe if you know you're going to list your home for the 2 weeks prior, you turn up your irrigation so that everything's healthy and green and growing. Exactly.
You paint the front door.
Maybe paint your front door. That'll just give a nice pop of color and a fresh look. Maybe make sure that you have some color in your landscaping. You can easily solve that by just running out to a local nursery and buying a few plants. Red and yellow are great colors to pop in your landscape.
If you don't have grass, remember to rake your front yard.
Absolutely. Just like vacuum lines on the inside, people love rake lines on the outside of your home.
Now we're going to jump onto the inside. One of the first things that most people aren't aware of is sometimes your house has a scent, and it may be like a personal scent that you love, but not everyone may love that smell. So get a neutral air freshener or like Febreze your house, because people love a fresh smell when they go in. And then also declutter, take things off the wall, look like you're moving, make the house look like it's ready to be sold. What other things do you see, Bob?
Yeah, in that area of decluttering, I usually will advise clients to make sure there's no barriers for people to be able to walk into your room and explore around. Just stand at your front door and act like a potential buyer. And if there are places that I can't walk because there's clutter on the floor or there are things that are impeding the traffic flow, just make sure you get rid of all of those things, because when you allow someone to explore every part of your home, they can start think about living there and imagine their things in your home.
So the next thing we're going to suggest is when someone's listing your house, make sure they do professional photography. Hire a professional. This isn't something that you want to do on your own, because this is the first impression someone sees of your home, and you want it to be a great first impression.
Yeah, you're so right there. They're actually going to see your photography before they ever drive up to your home, and it could determine whether or not they decide to come and see your home. Professional photography is well worth the investment.
I think this last item is probably one of the most beneficial to people looking to list their home, and it's actually what you probably don't think of. It's finding someone that's great on the negotiation side, because a lot of times I'll tell my clients, honestly, if they're hiring me, a lot of times I pay for my commission in just negotiating them a better price and just understanding the whole repair process, the Benzer process, where someone may come in with $15,000 of repairs, and if the agent has no clue what those repairs should cost to keep the deal going forward, they'll just accept that amount instead of negotiating and saying, hey, there's some room here. We should come back at $5,000 because the repairs really only cost $5,000 if we tell them to use a list of our contractors, because as a brokerage, we have quite a few different contractors that we recommend because we know they do great work.
I think that's a great point, Carson, and I think most people don't have a working knowledge of what repairs cost. And so sometimes buyers are asking for things, they're asking for things to be repaired, they're asking for a large credit in lieu of repairs. And like Carson said, because of the experience that we have over the years and the relationship that we have with contractors, sometimes we can get repairs negotiated for much less than people are asking for a credit in the form of a credit. So I think finding a brokerage that has experience in negotiating, that has relationships with contractors, can be of great benefit to you getting the most money for your home.
Yeah. Thank you for watching our video. If you have additional questions or want a free market analysis, what's your number to call, Bob?
So I'd love to help you out with your real estate needs and talk to you further about some of these things that we've talked about this morning that can help you as sellers in this ever-changing market. My phone number is 480-322-5982. Please give me a call anytime.